Okay, so this is probably like my 100th video, and I'm super fragilistically annoyed. But here I am. I promised I would play the game for you and record. I have a lot of interruptions while I'm playing it. I'm about to lock my door so I can stop getting interrupted. But anyway, this is, luckily, I'm not really recording for real, or else then I'd definitely lock the door. But however, this is my sim and her home and stuff. And first off, I want to start by saying that I don't play with any mods and custom content anymore. I took it all out and I'm playing the game like they call it vanilla, which is just as it comes. So I have a good 98% of all the expansion packs and the kits and everything Sim 4 related. And I think it'd be cool for me to explore the game for myself as is and get my money's worth, because this is a very expensive investment. And also, for the people who go on YouTube and want to know how the game is played without mods and custom content, and want to see what the game is like naturally, there's not a lot of people who do that on YouTube. Majority of the population is mods and custom content users. So I want to apply to the lesser audience and the people who want to play the game for what it is. And and I like that because the game has come a long way and there's a lot more you can do with the game than we used to be able to. There's so many different things. Like, look at this, look at how the house looks. Like, it looks pretty good. Like, I would love a kitchen like this for real in real life. Those chairs are nice, and all of this is what the game comes with, like all the little objects, the clutter and all that stuff. No custom content. I'm very proud of myself. So I decorated this home by myself as well. So I really want to, appeal to those people who want to know what actually comes with the game, and you want to know what your money is paying for, right? So here we are. So this is my sim. Her name is Ellie Chappelle, and I'm going to do a little tour of her apartment real quick. Although you just saw it, I'm just going to do a quick run through. So as you come in, you're going to get the front foyer. I have, like I said, I did all this decoration by myself, so I'm very proud of myself. It's very, cluttered. I like a house that looks full, it looks lived in, because that's how, people really live. That's how I really live. So, I don't like, not to say basic and empty, but I like to show personality in my Sims homes. So this is the front entrance. It's got all the essentials, the not fire alarm, the burglar alarm, her little mail envelope with her keys and stuff, and her umbrella, her sneakers, her coat rack. And then I'm gonna do the kitchen last, because you kind of saw the kitchen. Well, we're in the kitchen, so we're just gonna do the kitchen. And yeah, this is her kitchen. I love kitchens, so I kind of put a little bit of my heart and soul into them because I love when my Sims cook. I make them cook a lot, so I like for my kitchens to be aesthetically pleasing. I can play rags to riches and I can play with the minimums, but I always like to just make sure a kitchen looks a little cluttered and lived in. So no matter the size, I love to put my all into kitchens. So yeah, this is one of those kitchens that I think I did a good job at, because it's a good space. So I was able to have fun. Yeah, it's a sitting area over here, and then her little scale, because she loves to cook. Her personality is a foodie sim. And also, she's cheerful. She's a plant lover. She's neat. She has the essence of flavor because she has a food aspiration. She wants to, she's an appliance wizard. An appliance whiz, sorry, that's her aspiration. And she has here a food stand, because eventually she wants to have her own food stand and sell food and stuff and and all whatnot. So that's her goal for later on when she's, developed more skills. So she wants to max out first because I also want to play the game as is. So I'm going to go through and make sure like my Sims check off all these things. So her aspirations, her wants over here, her fears, um, and just kind of play the game for what the game is. A lot of people create their own storylines. I can't keep up, so I'm not going to really do that. I'm just going to, I'm a cozy player, so I like to relax and let my Sims kind of create their own storylines, and based off of what they observe and these buffs down here, I can kind of go with the flow and create my own storyline based off of their real personalities instead of imagining it and, creating too much, um, not too much on what the game is really about. So yeah, that's another factor. So continuing on with the tour, I'm gonna put the walls down so you can see into the bathroom. Another thing, she has, oh my god, the bathroom is messy, but it's because she has an ailment. She got another one of those ailments again. And instead of getting a cheat for it, because you can either, like I said, you can either get the elixir skill and learn to make the potions, or you can ask a fairy and get to know a fairy and ask for the cure, but they can always tell you no. So instead, what I'm going to have my sim do this time is I'm going to try to play into whatever the ailment is. So she has a creation impulse ailment. That's why, so we have outside an easel and she's going to paint. And I'm going to see if maybe the more she is creative, maybe then the ailments will go away. And I noticed that earlier because she wasn't able to go to sleep. When I was recording, before I was interrupted, she was painting and no, sorry, she wanted to go to sleep, but she couldn't go to sleep because she had what was called a creation itch or a creative itch. So I made her paint first and then she was able to go to sleep. So that comes with the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack, which just came out, which is basically the introduction of fairies. So you have ailments, luck and bad luck, and balance and imbalance. But I turn the balance and imbalance off because it changes the color of my sim skin. Like it makes them either red or green, and it just takes away from the realism in the game. I just don't like it, so I don't play with that part. But maybe later when I want to really explore all the features of everything to do with the Sims, I'll turn that back on. And if anybody wants to know about that feature, I'll turn it back on and play with it. But for now, it's off, and I just have the ailments on and good luck or bad luck on because that's enough. Once you add the imbalance and balance, it just becomes a little overwhelming. And yeah. And another thing that comes with the Enchanted by Nature is in the living room here, she's got these indoor plants. And with indoor plants, she can water them. So with her being a plant lover sim now, she can maintain the plants. So down here, she did have a buff, which is called growing apart from being a plant lover, not socializing with plants. The thought of plants not getting the love and attention they deserve is stressing Ellie out. So basically, I guess that means she's got to come over here, plant lover, and maintain live house plant. We'll make her do that after we unpause it. But let's continue on with the tour. So right here we've got her desk where she spends some of her time playing video games and stuff. I guess that's what she's about to do, but we're gonna stop that and have her water the plants. And then when you come in here, this is her bedroom. No magic has happened here yet. And in the corner we've got a little toy box for her dog Rocco. And then through these doors this door is her bathroom. Cute, simple, didn't do too much, but again, I like a little clutter, so I like to put, the robe and stuff on the wall and whatnot. And can I just say, like I said, Sims 4, you guys have come a long way with your decor. All these expansion packs and the kits and the furniture, the clutter, all that, it's really starting to give. All these years later, I waited a long time for this, and look at this. None of this is custom content. None of this is downloadable stuff. I used to have a custom content of these types of items, the flags and all that. I used to have a custom content. I don't need that anymore because y'all have this. Amazing. Love that. Also, the computer. I used to have a custom content computer, and now it comes with one of the expansion packs, one of the kits. Love that too. This bookshelf, it's just really cute. It's really cute. It's really cute. I'm just here for every part of this bookshelf. I love it. The speaker is comes with high school years. I just placed it there so she has her stereo. And yeah, this is her apartment. Oh, and the backyard. When you come down here, so she's gonna start planting and stuff. That's why she got all these pots here. We just haven't gotten around to it yet. Because she's a plant lover sim. And then we have her yoga mat out here with her bird feeder, a barbecue, dog poo she has to clean up, and her bar for entertaining, and she got a jacuzzi hot tub, whichever you want to call it, and a seating area for her guests and herself for relaxing. It's a very cozy corner, and a picnic basket. And that's her house. So I'm going to put the walls down because that's how I play. And then we're going to get going. So she's going to go water these plants now. This is what she looks like, by the way. She's not how I usually make my typical Sims. Like I said, I want to switch everything up. So even her clothes, I used to have so much custom content clothes. Not anymore. I have nothing. Everything is as you get it in the game, okay? But they've come a long way, like I said, so there's so many options. And keep watering. She's gonna come water these ones in her bedroom. She loves plants. Loves plants. Okay, she has to go pee. Let's do that. And then we'll have her paint some more because I wanted to get rid of this ailment so bad. I think it's just, girl, you had these things on the side of your face for so long. And these ailments, it says here that 23 hours. Oh, good. It was 3 days, and now we've gotten to 23 hours, so that's good. So it should be gone naturally by tomorrow, hopefully. And she went on a date with this guy. And when we thought we were recording, but I had it on mute, so that's another thing. I recorded like 20 minutes worth, and I didn't realize I was on mute till I was done recording and playing it back, and I was like, okay, we're just watching gameplay and you can't hear me speak. Annoying. So here we are again. So during that time frame, this sim Oberon, he's a fairy. He just randomly out of the blue called her up and invited her on a date. And I was saying that it is crazy, and I think The Sims 4 needs to integrate this into the game, that when another sim asks you on a date, he should pay the tab. He should pay. Okay? But no. She went on a date to the bar and she had to pay her way, and the bartender wasn't even working, so she had to go outside on the road and buy like street food from no, it wasn't even street food. Somebody had barbecued and she just saw food sitting down on the picnic table, and she stole a plate. I don't know who cooked it, but she filled her belly. And then when the date ended, because she came back to the bar and she danced with him, and she even gave him a flower because it was Love Day, and he was a hater. He didn't want her to call him again, and he wasn't impressed by her flower, and he walked out of the pub. But it's crazy for him to walk out of the bar when he brought her there and there was no food to be had, and she had to find her own food and figure it out. That was crazy. Okay, that was crazy. So he had the nerve now to be calling her again, asking her on another outing. Oberon Summer Dream is wondering if I want to go over to his house and hang out. What do you possibly want to talk about? So she's gonna go because all her needs is up, and I always make sure the needs are up before my Sims go anywhere, especially like being tired. As long as she's rested, I don't mind because it just makes for a miserable Sim. So let's